Hello everyone, welcome back. To continue explore Cypress screenshot testing, I needed to create some dummy application, which we will be using in Cypress screenshot testing video later. Not to mix things, I decided to split video into parts. According to my plan, it should serve two goals. Those who wants to be focused on Cypress only, you can jump directly to the second video, link should be in description below. If it's not there, it means video not ready, so be patient or simply subscribe to the channel not to miss it. Second, I believe that some people might be interested in how to create games with React. In today's example, we are creating Tic Tac Toe. Plus, if video will gain some interest, it will let me know that it's time to dedicate a little bit more time creating games. With that being said, let's start. First thing we need to do is to scaffold some React application. I will use Vite, in Scra is already history. Bannex create Vite. By the way, I use Ban instead of Node.js. If you want to use Node.js, feel free to do so. Your command will be, instead of Bannex, will be npmx Tic Tac Toe game latest. I'm gonna use React and TypeScript since it's already 2024. If you want to use JavaScript, feel free to do so. Let's just copy it. We need to install dependencies. Now we have all the dependencies. Let's add some libraries in order to simplify our development. First, I want to add plugin for Vite to resolve TypeScript config paths to have nice paths. Second thing, I want to add pre-tier. Ban add pre-tier. And I want to also add React use in order not to create all hooks by myself, but just reuse some hooks which already created for me. Now we can open our editor. Let's check if our dummy application is working. Run dev. In npm case, it will be npm run dev. Let's open the browser. And we have our dummy application fully working. Now we can get rid of things we don't need. Let's go to assets folder. We don't need it. App CSS, I don't need it. Index CSS, I don't need it. Main TSX, remove index TSS. Let's go up TSX and remove all those things we don't need. The entire block we don't need. For now, let's put some placeholder. State machine, we don't need it. Now let's go and tweak our Vite config to resolve paths properly. Now it should start working, but TypeScript doesn't know about our base URL, so let's add it. Now we can go to our app TSX and we can try to create something and see if our paths resolver is working correctly. So let's create our first component, which is layout. Here we pass some children. Here we say children. Since we use TypeScript, we need to type it. Props of children. Layout is ready. We can use it here. Now we need to see if our import system is working. So we create directory for components. .ts. Here we also create module for our layout. Let's take it from here and put it there. Export everything from layout. Have nice imports. And now we can just import it and see if everything is still working. What it says, fail to resolve, import src components from app blah blah blah. Yes, we just need to restart our Vite in order to pick up new configuration. So we just did it. As you can see, we have it. This one we don't need. Now we have import system is working properly. I think it's time to add some styling solution. I'm gonna use TwinD, which is basically another version of Tailwind. I use shim version, not to waste time for proper Tailwind installation, but it's not for production use. It's only for this tutorial purposes. For production, please use proper Tailwind or your own styling solution. Let's go back and style our layout a little bit. And we have our nice layout with gray background. Also, maybe it's time to connect our pre-tier. It's a little bit late, but you know, it's better now than never. Pre-tier, minus, right. No, I think it's written this way. Let's check. Ban, pre-tier. Yep. Also, I want to enable pre-tier in my IDE, not to run this script every time. So I go to settings, pre-tier. If you're using VS Code, for you, it should be tweaked a little bit differently. Now, every time I change something and save, pre-tier will apply it. Nice. In order to play a game, we need somewhere to play it. So we have our layout, but we don't have field. So let's create our field. in Tic Tac Toe game field, it's 3 by 3. We create an array with 9 items. Now when we have our initial field with 9 items, so we take it and we need a logic to control this. This is where we are starting to use React use library. We say use list and pass initial field, and we say fields and set fields. Let's render our list of fields. And now we have our game field. Nice. Now once we have game field, we need a couple players to play this game. So let's create some players. We say const players. It's an object, and we say player number 1 is O, player number 2 is X. TypeScript says it's an object of strings, but I want TypeScript to tell me which strings exactly, so let's say as const. If you're using JavaScript, you don't have this, so it's only available for TypeScript. And now I want to type for sign, a const, not the const, but type players keys. In order to know that we have 0 and 1 players keys, type of players dictionary, also key of. And now I know that I have 0 and 1. Here we need to say players dictionary, type of players dictionary, and we need to pass keys. That should give me X and O. Yes, we have it. Now let's create some logic to switch player. We say const use player, a custom hook. Here we say const player that player use state. By default, I will use player 0, which is player O, because in this tutorial we don't create logic for switching players. I mean, those, this menu pop up where you say I want to start playing as X or O and then start button. We don't do that. You can do it on your own. Here we only implement the field and the logic behind this field. Now we need a function to switch player. We need to take previous state, and we say if current player is 0, then we return 1. If not, then we return 0. This custom hook should return player and switch player. Here we have typo. Let's fix it. Also, maybe let's calculate the sign of the player right here. So we say const player sign. Basically what we need to do, we need to say player dictionary, and we need to take current player. And we need to return it, player switch player, and maybe player sign. Then TypeScript is not happy, because here we need to specify player keys. And I'm going to use state player keys, and now we know which player sign we can return. Let's move this file to a separate module. Say hooks index.ts. Here we say use player.ts, and we take all this logic from this file and drop it here. Export this type we will need later, and this one probably we won't need, but let's keep it as it is right now. So we can go back here and re-export. We have nice exports, imports, export from use player. Then we can go here and say use player, and now we know that we have player planes, player sign, and switch player. Later we will use switch player and player sign. Not needed. Maybe removed. Okay, now we know which player is active, so we can display it to the user. I'm gonna use some predefined markup, not to waste time. Here we say player sign, and we have it. I just want to change layout a little bit. We say div this, save it, and now we can see which turn it is right now. If we click, nothing is happening, which is expected behavior, because we didn't implement logic yet. Now it's time to implement some logic when user clicks on the field. We say on click, we pass function here. So what we need to do? We need to switch user or player, it's working, and we need to put a sign of current active player when we click on the field. In order to do that, we will use our setFields function, update add index, and we will put player sign. Let's check if it's working. Oh, now we should put X. X will go here, and then O will go here, blah, 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 blah. Perfect. Now we can implement next logic to define who is the winner. To define who is the winner, let's implement also custom hook. We will call it useGetWinner. We will need another state to keep who is the winner. By default, winner is undefined. We need to return this winner sign, return winner. And winner can be undefined or winner sign. In our case, player sign, or undefined. Not unknown, but undefined. Now let's check. Yep. Type is correct. Now let's implement checking logic itself. To do that, we will use this effect hook. Effect. Here we say const is x winner. And in order to check, we need to know what is winning combinations for this game. So for now, we say winning combinations, sum. It will be an array, and to create our winning combinations. Const winning combinations, and we need to know all the winning combinations. Let's fix typo. Winning combinations. Now we need to define winning combinations. These are the winning combinations for this game, all possible variants. And now let's define a helper to check winning combination. And we pass it here. When we will start checking our winning combination, what we will need? We need to know all the fields. So we say fields. And we need to know our winner sign. No, not winner, because we don't know who is the winner. We need our player sign. We say player. We didn't export it. So let's go to player. Players dictionary. And here we say players dictionary first, which is O. And we say is X winner, so we need to take one. We also don't have fields, so we need to pass fields. Fields should be read-only array of player sign. We can define this type somewhere. Maybe let's see where we use fields. Fields. We use it in the game. Okay, let's keep it here for a moment. Let's create type here. Type field. Basically, fields should be read-only array of player sign. And we say field. And now we can say it here. We need fields, which is fields type. And we need player sign, which is player sign. And here will be winning combination, which is in our case read-only array of number. And now we can simply check. We can say winning combination, every item fields item equals sign, and we need to return it. So I will use immediate return. Let's update dependencies here. Now we say if is X winner, that winner. Now we need to do the same logic for O typo here is X winner. Now we repeat this logic for O winner. Instead of X, we say O. And if nobody won, we simply say that winner undefined. We don't need return here. Now we can go back to our app.tsx. We can invoke our function here. Use getWinner. We need to pass fields to it. We didn't export this. Yes. And also we need to add it to re-export file from use getWinner. Now we need to import it here, and we say if winner return, let's check, return winner. Let's see if it's working. So now it will be O, and then we say X, O, X, O, and something is wrong. Let's see, X, O, X, O, X. Okay, for X it's working, not working for O. Okay, let's go there. 0 here. This is the issue. O, X, O, X, O. O is the winner. We have winning logic. We need to style it a little bit. Let's go back to our app.tsx file. Let's revert this in order to always have this screen. I think we need to add our layout. Now we have layout. Now let's create another component for winner. We call it winner card. SX. And I have some predefined markup already. Let's go back, and here we say layout plus winner card, and our winner card requires who won, so we pass winner, and also requires reset function. And here simply we say set fields dot reset. TypeScript is not happy. Let's see why. Undefined is not assignable, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's go here. And we say, yes, it's player sign or undefined. And what's wrong with this? Yes, because we inverted it just to see it. So we have it and we need to fix this, and TypeScript is happy. We don't need braces function here. We can use immediate return. Now we have covered the case when we have winner. Let's say 10, O is 1, X, O, X, O, X, X is 1. Perfect. Now when one of players won, we have this case covered, but we need to cover the case when nobody won. How to do that? In order to do that, we need to define if we have some steps on the field available. So let's do that. We say const as steps, and simply we need to say fields dot sum step not equals undefined. Actually not, but equals. So if we have at least some step undefined, it means that we have some steps. So let's check. We have to say here, if we don't have steps, then we need to say nobody won. Let's check it. Here, X, O, X here, O goes here, here, and O here, and X here. Nobody won. Perfect. Now let's add some pre-markup to it. We need to revert to always see the screen. Return new component, blah, blah, blah. Nobody won. And we need to add our layout with nobody won. Restart. Amazing. We show it when we don't have steps. Or when somebody won, it's covered. When nobody won, it's covered. The game play itself, it's covered. So let's try to play it. So first would be O. O, X, O, X, O. Nice. O, X, O, X, O, X, O, X, O, X. Nobody won. Restart. And now we have all the logic implemented. And basically that's it for today. This is the game. You can play it. If you want, you can add additional like start screen, which says which sign you want to pick to start the game. And I don't know, whatever else which will come to your mind. As I said, I need a dummy application for the next video, so I have it. And I'll see you in the next video where we will be testing our Cypress screenshot testing. Bye!